Hi again, I'm Peter Lindemann and this is Tesla Chargers. Today we're going to talk a little bit about the basic capacity of our charger line, standard plug-in battery chargers for the most part for the use on lead-acid batteries. And a lot of people ask, well, how big a battery can I work on it? Which battery charger do I need? And really, again, we can't tell you what you need. What we can do is we can tell you what our chargers are designed to do and what they're capable of, and then you need to figure out what you want to do with it, and that will determine more your needs. Now, if you want to get into battery rejuvenation, just because you heard about it on the internet or something, don't think that you can just jump in, buy one of our chargers and be an expert at that. It took John and I 10 years to figure out all these things, but we have put all the beginning information in this 1 hour and 40-minute presentation on battery rejuvenation. And it really talks you through what you need to do to get started. But in the end, it's going to be the batteries that work and the batteries that fail that are going to teach you what you can and cannot do and what you can reliably get away with. Now, of course, we didn't rejuvenate every battery we started with either, and we learned a lot from the batteries that didn't work and didn't rejuvenate, and we learned a lot from the ones that did. And so just remember that all batteries are not rejuvenatable, but also all people aren't teachable. So start by bringing your education up to speed before you ask us any questions. So what I want to do is I want to get into a brief discussion of what these chargers are, what they're designed to do, and then we'll look at the possibility of using them in rejuvenation situations. Okay, the product line primarily is made up of the 1AU, got the 2A12, the 10A12, the 25A12, the 30A24, and then the golf cart charger. And this is the main product line that we have of chargers that plug into the wall. They're designed to be used anywhere in the world, but when you order one, what we'll do is we'll decide how the input is set up. So if you call us from France, or you call us from Canada, or you call us from Brazil, or you call us from Australia, all we're going to do is we're going to look up on the internet what your main power system is, and we're going to build the charger so it's compatible with your power system. Now, obviously, there's about 100 different plug styles for power systems around the world, and we just can't supply you with a plug for all the different possible international plug-in styles. So if you order one of our chargers from outside of the United States or North America, you're going to have to provide yourself with your own cord. And we use the universal plug-in in the back, but you'll have to provide your own cord. So just know that before you start. So let's take a look at the 1AU. It is a 1 amp, and then the U stands for a universal voltage charger. There's almost nothing else like it on the globe, and it will charge batteries from anywhere from 1.4 volts up to 24 volts at a maximum current of 1 ampere. So it's a small charger. You're not going to put this thing on your car battery, or you can, but it's just not going to charge it very fast. That's what the 1AU is for, and it will run on anything from 100 volts to 240 on the input, and either 50 or 60 cycles, depending on, again, where you are. But we'll look up what your country uses for power, and we'll build it that way. So if you have special needs, if you're in Saudi Arabia, for instance, which has had 240 power and is now switching over to 120, tell us what you want. Also, Mexico's been 240 forever and now is switching over to 120. So tell us what you want if you're in one of these countries that uses both. Okay? So the 2A12 is one of our most popular. It's a 2 amp 12 volt lead acid batteries, and It has a universal power supply in it already, so it's compatible with everything that you plug it into, but you may have to change the plug, okay? But it is universally compatible, so you could use it on a 240 system and a 120 system just by changing the cord, which would have the plug. So it's designed to put out 15.2 volts. In other words, it'll bring the battery chemistry up to 15.2. But it is a 2 amp charger, so that's not a very big charger. Usually for automotive batteries, this would be called maybe a trickle charger, or what we call a topping charger. In other words, if you most cars have onboard computers and all kinds of things that are draining the battery all the time now. And so if you park your car and don't drive it a lot, you're going to need to top that battery off once in a while, and this is the perfect kind of charger for that. To just maybe once a month, just bring the battery back up to 15.2 and resolve all of that sulfation from just sitting there and being discharged slowly. So this is a great charger, and so we say that you can use that under normal circumstances. The C10 rated charge would be for like about a 20 amp hour battery, but you can put it on your automobile start battery, anything up to like 800, 850, 900 cold crank amp battery. This is a perfect topping charger for that. The 10812 is really the mid-range workhorse of the whole product line. We sell an awful lot of these for people who want to rejuvenate batteries. This is one of the best. These two are the primary rejuvenators. This is a system that regulates a transformer output, but the 2812 and the 10812 are capacitor discharge models, and basically the 2812 and the 10812 charge a capacitor up to 24 volts and then drop that down onto a 12 volt system. So it's got a punch, it's got a good voltage gradient that's above the battery, and it's got a good ampere surge to really dig into that chemistry and get that sulfation worked out. So these two are the best for those types of things, and because these are capacitor discharge models. Again, the average currents for these models are 2 amps and 10 amps. The 10812 is good for rejuvenating all the way up to your golf cart batteries, the 225 amp hour, even though it's a little past the C20 rate. That's the one that's recommended the most for rejuvenating golf cart batteries. That would be, of course, 2 6-volt batteries in series rejuvenated at the same time for the 12 volts. If you're going to get into bigger batteries in solar systems like the L16s or big truck start batteries, very large, diesel, semi truck start, that kind of thing, you may want to get all the way into the 25A12. It will push a big battery up to 15.2. It's capable of putting out 25 amps, and that's an average over time. And it's good for batteries up to, say, 500 amp hour, which is like the L16s for solar systems and things like that. The 30A24 is that's designed specifically for getting into specific types of electrical appliances, like floor scrubbers, different types of things that would be operated at 24 volts, and it's a 30 amp charger, so it has a very specific usage. We don't recommend that you use this as a bulk 12 volt rejuvenator. In other words, don't take a bunch of 12 volt batteries, put them in series to get up to the 24 volts, and try and bulk rejuvenate with this type of thing. That's not what it's designed for. So this is we will make this charger to order if you have need for a replacement type of charger in this range. We also have the golf cart charger, which is designed specifically for 36 volt, 225 amp hour batteries, which is typical for golf carts. And so again, it'll run on any voltage, but we'll make it for the input of the country that you order it from, and it'll push the battery. It'll push the whole battery bank up to 45 volts if it has to really max out the chemistry. And its average power output is about 18 amps when the battery is taking power fully. Okay, so when the charge just starts out, it'll probably be lower than that, and when the charge finishes out at the top, this number will go way down. But when it's in that charging plateau and really giving it, it'll deliver up to about 18 amps. So and that's for a 36 volt battery system, but it will top it at 45, and that's basically a 225 amp hour system. So all of these chargers have fans except for these two. Even though that one says yes, it's actually no. The 2A12 does not have a fan. So this is the product line. You have any questions, Aaron?
Maybe you want to mention, okay, on each charger, there is a video dedicated to each charger,
yeah.
Just kind of giving a demo. Those are on YouTube, but they're embedded on all the product pages
right.
at Tesla chargers. So when you look at each video, there should be a video, or each product, there should be a video embedded on it giving you a demo walkthrough and basically showing how to hook it up and everything.
Right.
The 1AU maybe mentioned, I mean, you're showing the voltages. That's basically the only true universal charger where it'll do AAA batteries, AA batteries, C, D cells, the 9-volt little radio style rechargeables,
right.
NiCad and nickel metal
hydride.
hydride batteries.
Yeah, not for lithium-ion batteries. Don't be confused. So it's not for cell phones. It's not for laptops, that kind of thing. Don't buy it for that because there's problems with lithium-ion.
And tool batteries, the NiCad and nickel metal hydrides.
Correct. So that's what these are for, the small lead acid and the nickel metal hydride and the nickel cadmium, and all the rest of these are pretty much for lead acid. So that's the basic product line. This is the size of batteries that you can use these on. We'll have this on the website and as something that you can download. And we're just trying to help you understand our charger line and what your needs may be. Again, these are the two main ones that are used for rejuvenation of batteries. This is for if you're working on very large batteries, this is the workhorse for that. If you've got a specific golf cart, then this charger is fantastic. It'll make your batteries last a very long time in your golf cart. But again, this is not for bulk rejuvenation. Don't buy this and put a whole ton of 12 volt batteries in line with each other and expect you can run this 24/7 forever bulk rejuvenating. It won't work that way. You'll buy a very expensive charger and you'll probably burn it out. It's not designed for that. It's designed to charge a golf cart once a day is what it's designed for. So
also want to mention on the homepage of TeslaChargers.com, if you scroll down a little bit, there's two videos on there where Peter is, one of them I'm with Peter, doing an interview after one of his battery talks. It might have been battery rejuvenation, and he goes over quite a bit there. And there's two videos, one right on top of another. I'd recommend that everybody watch those first, in addition to reading Solar Secrets. Those two free videos do answer a lot of questions about rejuvenation and all this kind of stuff. It's not a substitute for Battery Secrets or Battery Rejuvenation, which is available at batterysecrets.com, but it will answer a lot of questions. Also make sure to join the Tesla Chargers mailing list. So if you go to the TeslaChargers.com, at the top right, you'll see a form where you can put your name and email in. Hit the submit button, you'll get a confirmation email that you click on the link, and then you'll get some different emails that'll give a little bit more details on each of the models, both the plug-in units and the solar models. And And also, these chargers are almost always, built to order. It's very rare that we have inventory, because as soon as they're made, they're shipped out.
Right.
And so, if you ever see a notice that there is inventory available, email help at or email info@teslachargers.com and ask Jeff if what the current inventory situation is. Because as soon as there is inventory, it's usually gone within
right.
a
The
couple
minute we
days.
announce it, it goes away. So, even if we announce it in an email and you wake up the next morning and you read the email and it could be gone already. So,
Probably too late.
So anyway, yeah, so figure that there's going to be a lead time. These larger ones are always built to order anyway. These we try and keep in stock, and just try and keep up. So anyway, that's the product line. Make sure you download a copy of Solar Secrets. And if you're interested in battery rejuvenation as a business, or even just to save yourself some money or build up a good size battery bank for your own solar system at a discount, definitely take a look at our free information on battery rejuvenation, the interview information and so on, but also take a look at this information that we do sell. It's much more comprehensive and will really start your education in the right direction.
And if you're watching this video and if you want to know about the same information on what type of battery sizes, we'll go with what chargers or charge controllers. If you're interested in this information for the solar charge controller line, the Tesla Solar Trackers 5, that video is going to be available too on the Tesla Chargers Solar Tracker 5 webpage. That video will be on there, which will walk you through basically what Peter just walked you through here.
Yeah, for the solar trackers.
Yeah.
So, that gives you an overview of the product line, what they're designed to do, what they're good for, and thank you for taking the time to educate yourself so that we can serve you better. So again, I'm Peter Lindemann, and this is Tesla Chargers.